Hey, welcome back to Matter of Fact. Today we got for y'all like, love, lock, three favorite picks of the week. That's six for you total. You could fade, you could tell, do what it do. Just don't blame us if it doesn't hit or if you didn't tell and it doesn't hit. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Did you want to kick it off? Or you want me to go?
I mean, I could kick it off. It ain't that big of a deal. Yeah. So we're gonna keep it simple this week. You know what I mean? We're gonna just hit everything that makes sense. We're gonna probably start off right here. Cincinnati -7 against the Raiders. Cincinnati, they kind of dropped a few games they should have won. Probably a better football team than how they've been performing some over the
Per
past 2 months.
usual.
So, I think this is just again simple, gotta have it spot. We're up to 7.5 at some books. We're at 7. So kind of shop around, see if you can try to get the lowest number possible. But I do got them covering this by over a touchdown. I mean, the Raiders just aren't good. You know what I mean? They don't have a quarterback. I just think this is one of those situations where the Bengals don't necessarily have a problem putting up points. They just have a problem stopping teams on defense. I don't think the Raiders have enough talent on their offense to keep up with the Bengals. So I think this becomes a smack city smash spot. And this should be able to cover that 7.5 pretty smooth. Then we're going to slide out to Baltimore. These are the type of games where Baltimore actually plays with their food. Obviously, you just saw the last game that they lost. They probably should have won with Cleveland. But I still think that, even though they'll be able to pull off the win, I think that 10-9, that's a lot of points. That's over two touchdowns. And I'm not necessarily sure if this Baltimore Ravens team is going to win by two touchdowns. I mean, even if you look at all of their games this year, they've only beaten one team by or two teams by more than two touchdowns by double digits. When they were smacking up on Dallas, Dallas kind of was able to come back. They were smacking up on the Raiders. The Raiders were able to come back and win the game, and then they just played everybody else fairly tough. So right here, I'm just going with the data basically. In regards to Baltimore and Denver, this is a game Baltimore should win easily, but it just seems like the theme here with this team is that they let lesser teams hang around with them. So I think that's what Denver is going to be able to do. It's clear that they're tough. They got a really good defense, gritty quarterback, and I just think that they're going to be able to make it a game. Not necessarily believe that they'll win the game, but I think that they make it a game. And then after that, we're going here to Miami and Buffalo, but I'm not rocking with an actual win or a loss. I'm going with the team total, and I'm going with the team total under here. Miami, Buffalo
Wait,
actually
team
had
total or like the
or, or,
total
or
of the
the
game?
total, or the spread. Yeah, the total on the game.
Yeah.
Miami actually has when they play, usually when they play Buffalo, Buffalo has a good does a good job with kind of containing Miami's offense, and also I know Buffalo they want to run and ground and pound if that's an option for them. So I just think that it won't be a high scoring affair. Don't necessarily want to touch like who's going to win this game. I haven't really found an angle on that yet, but I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to the spread, this one's not necessarily going to go over. They do a good job with stopping Tyreek Hill. Like they do a phenomenal job in shutting him down. I don't know if he's even been over 100 yards, or I think he might have went over 100 yards versus them one time over the past few years he's been in Miami. And even when he was playing against them, when he was playing for the Chiefs, because they played a few times in the regular season, also in the playoffs. So basically here, right here, these last two, they went under, kind of just following the theme of these two just playing a tough football game against each other, and it doing the same thing, going under 49.5 points here. Uh, but yeah, those are my picks and my plays of the week for this week.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the first time we've done this, and just each one I'm just disagreeing with. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's all
It's
good.
kind of No, no, no. Obviously, but it's just funny just to,
Mhm.
it makes me want to
Right.
second guess my stuff, do a little bit more research on my own. Before I get into my
Right.
picks, just to expound on that. Um, I kind of think about it the opposite. I think the Bengals have no business being a touchdown favorite against anybody besides
Well, they don't.
maybe the
They don't.
Panthers. And
Right. But
then
I just don't think
you just
that
got a gut
this is
feeling.
well, this is more so the Raiders. Like, how are the Raiders scoring 3 touchdowns? Is my whole thing. You know what I mean? Like that's where it kind of comes to with me. It's like, all right, the Raiders, if Cincinnati's turning the ball over, they get like a pick six. Okay, that's 7 points. Special teams maybe gives them another touchdown, 14. And then the offense can maybe drive down the field 1 or 2 times, get a touchdown. You know what I mean? But I don't got them getting to 28 points. I don't even got them
Well,
getting
I
to
mean,
20.
they put up 20 against Kansas City, and Kansas City has a way better defense than the Bengals. So,
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, whoa, but again, they also had the ball at the 7 yard line and couldn't get in and got stopped. You know what
and
I'm
all
saying?
right, but
Like,
that's my
but
point though. If it was the
but
Bengals defense,
because Pat Mahomes turned the ball over though. Joe Burrow is playing better than Pat Mahomes, right?
fair enough. Is T Higgins playing?
T. Higgins, still game time decision. I would probably assume that he's leaning towards not playing, just because
Yeah,
it's like,
I need T Higgins to have them covering, man. I mean, hey,
yeah, but
we'll
again,
see. We'll see.
yeah, like I said, I just feel like they got enough firepower here to score. Like, I just think that they got enough. They're going to do enough with Jamar. Like, this is a Jamar Chase. If you want to ladder him up, do 80, 90, 100, 110 yards props, and you want to do 1 touchdown or 2 touchdowns. Like, this is a Jamar Chase game. They don't have anybody over there that can cover him. And this is a Mike Gesicki game or Mike Gesicki game or whatever his name is. Like, these
Gasecki.
Gesicki, like, these are the cats. Like, they're going to go crazy.
Yeah, I like. I
His reception prop is at 90 yards already. Like,
his
you know what I
receiving
mean?
yards.
Yeah. Like, it's this is just one of those games where, all right, we about to do our thing. Like, we gotta do our thing here. And yeah, Washington, like, I think that they don't have if you don't have no corners, it could be food, and I think it's going to be food here. Yeah, he
I
needs a
got
good,
you. Well,
and also he hasn't had a quote unquote Jamar Chase game since week 5. So it's like, why not now? You know,
nah, I feel you. I feel you. I can see him popping off. Hey, I'm not doubting it. It's just interesting because I'm a segue into the other game where I'm like, really? That's an interesting. I actually like the Ravens to smash these boys out.
and I would have too, but I went in, I did my investigation work, and I'm like, oh wait, these are the type of games that the Ravens always let teams cover in.
I just like them to cover here off that loss against the Browns. Not to mention Deontay Johnson is playing, right?
Yeah, but bro, he's not about to be a factor like that for this team, bro. Because think about it, they already had their wide receiver 1. Rashad Bateman is still quote unquote the wide receiver 2. He's
Not
coming in
anymore.
basically.
I mean,
Well,
he needs to
I said quote on. Listen, I said quote unquote because that's what the coach said. Quote unquote. That's what the coach said.
This was what Lamar said
You know,
recently.
what I'm saying? It's like, I understand that he's better than Bateman, and eventually he'll end up winning the number 2 wide receiver spot. But going into this particular game, they're going to ease him in. He's not going to be Rashad Bateman getting 10, 12 targets. That might not even ever happen. But the reason for them getting Deontay Johnson was because, 1, he's available. 2, he makes their team better. And 3, it cost them nothing.
and it's like F the Steelers. I'm seeing quotes from Lamar.
Take care of that, but I guess.
I mean, Lamar Jackson couldn't stand Deontay Johnson with the Steelers is a headline I'm seeing. I'm also seeing him praise Deontay Johnson's ability to separate and those man-beaten routes. So, I mean, we saw Amari Cooper didn't really know to play. Keon Coleman, hey, do this, rook shit. So I think he'll be a factor from the jump, assuming he's healthy. But yeah, I'll get off your picks and I'll get into mine, man.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, there's no problem. Like I said, I've done I do the investigation work, and again, I would be publicly betting if my picks were what you thought they were. You know what I'm saying? The public is betting Baltimore up to 10. I'm not trying to be on the side of
yeah,
the public.
yeah. The fact that it moved to 10, that was going to be my pick because I thought it was still at 8.5, and I liked it at 8.5. At 10, that's not good value to me. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. So my what I'm going for is what you had the under for the Bills Dolphins game.
Mhm.
I think the Bills just own the Dolphins. I think the more Amari Cooper gets to gel with this offense, they're going to go crazy. I mean, Tua comes back against the Cardinals, fumbles, ends up being a safety, but that wasn't the only time that they muffed a snap. So I think the coaching with the Dolphins just isn't top tier right now, and I think the Bills are rolling. The Bills and the Ravens and a couple other teams, the Cowboys, when y'all were at the peak of your powers, are teams that you could guarantee a couple blowout wins a year for these teams. And I think this is just a spot where the Bills come in and dominate. Is it at -5.5 now? So it got bet down.
Probably, yeah. So I mean, it depends. It's all relatively like it depends on the book.
Yeah, it depends on
So
the book.
what they do is they give you the best option. You know what I
Oh, okay.
mean? So it's like if you want to bet Miami, cool, you want a plus 6.5. But if you want to bet Buffalo, you want a -5.5. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Well, I like them to win by a touchdown anyway. So that's my like. Give me the Bills. They own them. Division matchup. Got to go by. Sometimes it's not a lot of science. Like historically, this team owns you. They match up well against you, and you add in a good run game with Josh Allen and the Bills, which is something they've been missing over the years. James Cook killing it. Something happens to him. Knock on wood. You have Ray Davis there, and then I just think they have too much going. So that's my like. My love. Let's see, where is it at? Where is it at? Damn. Can you check the Titans? Actually, yeah, we're gonna go with this. So Titans Patriots. I'm going to under that 38. So barring like some special teams or like some pick sixes, some defensive plays or whatever, I don't think these teams could, put up enough points to hit this team total. Not to mention, once again, and I'm gonna keep hammering this point home. You got to check the weather report when it comes to picking over and unders, and the three things you want to look out for: rain, snow, wind. Now, rain isn't that big of a deal as much as people think. What really is a big factor is wind. It's not going to be too windy in Tennessee, but I'm seeing that gust as high as 25 miles per hour. Not sure if Drake May is playing yet,
Yeah,
but
he's playing.
he's
He's in.
playing. All
Yeah,
right,
he's
cool.
in.
So between Mason Rudolph or Will Levis, don't care. I don't think these teams put up enough points. It's a little bit windy. I think the defense will show up, even though the Titans, they're 1-6. I think they're a little bit better than the record. And the highlight of their team is the defense. Gerard Mayo, defensive coach, former he was a linebacker for the Patriots, right? Back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So two defensive teams overall. Give me the under. It's a little bit windy. Always check that weather report because sometimes you might see a game and be like, "Oh yeah, this should hit over. It's going to be a high scoring game." And then you watch the game and the weather's impacting the entire game, and you're thinking like, "Damn, why didn't I check the weather?" So always check the weather. And then when it comes to spreads, make sure you check that injury report when it comes to those spreads. So don't forget that. Betting 101. But yeah, give me the under on that game. And then my final game, and I had to pivot a little bit based off what you were doing, but Give me
you
what?
got to pivot. You got to pivot.
Oh, they got y'all -3. Give me the Cowboys. Give me the Cowboys to cover away against the Falcons. I think the Cowboys are a lot more desperate right now. You know, they don't like losing to the Niners. You saw how like I said, man, that was a fun game to watch because there's real beef there. Like there's some real hate between those two teams, and y'all almost snuck that one out. Y'all had a chance at the end, but I think with the Falcons, can't really generate a pass rush. Dak has time. I think CD has a big game, and when it comes to the Falcons, they're not playing as hungry. You have the unexpected rise of Washington. Usually, over the past couple years, you're kind of bouncing back between the Eagles and the Cowboys winning the division. So this is damn near a must win. You guys have the toughest matchup of the week, I'd say. Washington plays the Giants. They're favored by like 4 or whatever. And then the Eagles have the Jags. So those are two games where you could come out of here and the Eagles have another dub. Washington has another dub. I like it at 3. If you get it at 3.5, I would love it with the hook, but give me the Cowboys to cover. I like them to win outright. I think the Falcons drop to 5-4, but they're still in a good place in the division. And then the Cowboys are 500, and they're in a better spot to win some of these division matchups and shake up the division.
Yeah. I mean, that shit sounds good, but we're not about to win this game. We just got too many. I mean, we got too many people injured. We had too many people down. You know what I'm saying? Trayvon Diggs might not even play. He has a strained calf. We got motherfucker. We still don't have Deron Bland back. I mean, this is a team where you playing 3, 4 wide receivers, including Kyle Pitts, and you don't have your cover guys. We can't stop anything. So it's like we can't stop the run. We don't got pass rushers. We don't. We look at this. I mean, it's just we got everybody.
I saw the injury report. Like, yeah, I wish y'all had some more pieces back.
But, so I mean, it's like we were playing with Trayvon Diggs, and people were just going and throwing it to our cornerback too. Well, now we don't even got Trayvon Diggs on the field, so it's food all over the place. And they got Bijan Robinson. So who about to stop him? Especially if Eric Kendricks isn't able to play. So one of my props of the week is actually Bijan Robinson to score a touchdown and to go over his yards. I think it's like 70.
What do you think about the over under here?
I mean, if you want to play it, feel free, but it's 50-50. It's 50-50 because if the Falcons
actually, and we're not even going to edit this one out. You're kind of talking me out of it, and I saw a pick that like I kind of completely forgot about. Actually, give me the Rams -1.5 against the Seahawks. That's a pick that I actually like more than that one. I just couldn't. It was just like escaping me. But yeah, when it comes to but I still like y'all to cover that. Like that's still a pick that I'm going towards.
Trust me, they've been waiting for this moment. They have been.
You say that about every team, bro.
Yeah, and every team has been smashing us out. Every team has been smashing us out.
Bro,
what are you talking about?
You're being a pessimist. You're being a pessimistic fan.
Wait, hold on. Wait a second.
I know what you're doing. You're trying to do some reverse voodoo,
bro,
and you're doubting your team.
47-9.
Yeah, they crushing people.
No, they're not smashing people. Bro, 44-19. Look what's been happening.
Yeah, but that's what the Saints early in the game. What do you mean they're not doing that? They just beat the Titans by like 43-3.
We beat
them. Hey, bro. If y'all lose, I don't care. But like I said, bro.
Do you not remember this game? This is the CeeDee Lamb game where we got the onside kick and we came back and won. These motherfuckers was up like 24 points. And we came back and beat them.
Look at that. Y'all won by 1. If I'm taking y'all to cover, y'all could lose by 2.
They gotta get this get back. They're getting get back this week. They're getting their get back this week, bro. Trust me.
Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. I'm not trusting the Falcons to cover this one at the end of the day. Like, you're not really getting me off of it, but the pick I do like better than that.
I'm just telling you it's true. Like, it's my team. I know but I got motherfuckers from Woodbridge flying down to this game. Motherfuckers ain't never seen their team play, but now they coming down to get for this game. They ain't never seen their team play in Atlanta from fucking Virginia, but they coming down to see them play in this game. This is the game. Come on, dog. Is that not true?
You going crazy wearing the Cowboys hat and everything.
Because
funny.
Because it's matter of fact, bro. It's matter of fact that even if I don't like the shit, I gotta tell the truth.
The way you feel about the Cowboys is the way I felt about what was one of your picks? Yeah, the Raiders are covering against the Bengals. Bengals have no business cover. I don't care if it's the Raiders. No T. Higgins. I hate that pick, bro. So you can hate that pick, but I might hate that pick even more.
Bro, I don't hate the pick. I'm just telling you what's going to happen. I don't hate the pick or nothing. I'm just telling you what the hell.
All right, fortune teller, man. All right, fortune teller. But if y'all lose by 2, y'all still cover. So whatever. Y'all can still lose. Dak is Mr. Garbage Time. So
how's it garbage time? How's it garbage time? They're still running. They're not running prevent defense, and they're still out there and they're running their regular off defense because they love saying that. But if you go back and you watch in the fourth quarter, even all the way when we were playing the Ravens, they was in cover 1 man press. That's what they was doing at the beginning of the game. That's what they were doing at the end. They're not in no prevent, and Dak is just taking what they're giving. They changed the entire offense. They stopped running Mike McCarthy shit, and Dak starts calling the plays. And that's when we start doing stuff. Dak has a problem where he's so loyal to his coach. He's so coachable that if the play that gets called is the play that he's going to run. I'm dead ass. If the play that gets called is the play that he's going to run, even if he knows that's not the right play due to what the defense is showing him. But Mike McCarthy's the head coach. He's the play caller. This is what he wants us to run. I'm going to run it. And if it fails, it's on me. It's my fault. That's what it is, bro. That's part of being QB. Part of being QB1.
Yeah, either way, I got y'all to cover, even if y'all lose by 2. So regardless, back to my actual pick. Seahawks, Rams. Yeah, bro, the Rams, this is another situation kind of similar to what's the other game I was just talking about? Bills, Dolphins, where, I just don't think I think the Seahawks aren't as good as their record, even though they're just 500. And I just think defensively they're not good enough. I think now Puka's questionable, but I'm not falling for it, Sean McVay. I'm not falling for it, bro. You over here saying I wouldn't bet against it. You don't even sound confident in your coach speak right now. I know Puka's playing. I know he's playing, and he better play. Or y'all better let me know that he doesn't play before the damn game starts and don't make it a game time decision. He's playing.
I like what they do though. I
don't. I'm a Puka owner. You're a Puka owner too.
Yeah, exactly. But you worried about your own selfish reasons for it. But as for
trying
to win, you know what I'm saying? For like them trying to win the
game. Oh, yeah. Like, if I'm a Rams fan, I'm chilling. I'm chilling, but I'm not.
And I'm almost envious of that because like we would never be able to do that. It would come out Monday, like Jerry Jones would be like, oh yeah, he playing. The coach is like, God damn, Jerry, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
All right. So speaking of Jerry Jones, I'm guessing you would love it if like this nigga, like, I don't know. I'm not wishing nothing, but let's say he had a stroke and he had to sit out for the rest of the season and somebody else
or if he just would just sit back and just relax.
Yeah, but that's impossible. So it needs to be like a unforeseen circumstance.
I ain't gonna put that on no.
I know I'm not trying to put it on him, but like he's not gonna naturally do that.
Right. But in this dream scenario, I was just like for him to just fade back and relax. Yeah, fade back and relax, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would like that. He's not going to do that, which is just part of.
Which is why I brought up the stroke.
Yeah. Right, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Bro. You would be fine after a stroke. He might just need to take. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but sometimes it's about what sit right with you, and I can't. That would I can't put that in the air like that, bro.
Nah. I feel you. But once again, when it comes to spreads, DK Metcalf out. That's the big game changer to me. When it comes to the Eagles, I don't really like betting them, or I like fading them when AJ Brown's not playing. DK's not playing. They got a couple other key injuries. Noah Fant's not playing.
Do you think that's why it's +1.5 though? Like, you think they would probably be favorites had they had DK?
It would at least be a pick 'em, at least.
Okay.
It would at least be a pick 'em. So yeah, if they had DK, but like besides DK, like they're missing Ernest Jones. Well, he's questionable. He might not play. They're missing some linemen. Rashawn Jenkins, safety, he's on IR. So, and obviously the Rams are dealing with their own injuries, but we've seen them perform well. Like Sean McVay is like the anti-Mike McDaniel, where you give him me and you out there, and we might go for 50 yards apiece. So I like the Rams in this spot. No DK. And I think they make a surge and they come close to either getting a wild card spot, possibly winning the division. But I think they're in a good spot where they're not sellers at the deadline anymore. They might still trade Cooper Kupp. I'm not sure what they're thinking with that, but it's not a bad idea. Retool for next year if you feel like whatever. But if they come out here and beat these boys in convincing fashion, keep Cooper Kupp, anything could happen. Any given Sunday, any given playoffs, any given January, February. So, yeah, not a lot of signs here. I think last thing I want to say about this, Rams, Seahawks. Now, when it comes to like trends, I'm not really a trend better. What I like to do is I like to break down the game of how I feel like it's going to go and all of that. And then if the trend also supports that, it's like a little cherry on top. It's like a little sprinkle. So, yeah. So last 10 years, Seahawks are 7-12 against the Rams.
You say you're taking the Rams? You say you're taking the Rams?
I'm taking the Rams. Yeah.
Yeah. Public. Listening.
Yeah, public. But what did I say in my
public been doing well? Public been doing well this year, though. Seriously, like not even joking. They've been doing very, very well. Like they're up.
Except on Thursday where I was leaning. If I were to bet it, I was going to take the Jets, even though I don't like the Jets, but I wasn't going to put my own money down on it. But I predicted that in my my little way too early video. Like, yo, the Jets are going to make the public lose a lot of bread with 90% of the money on them. Like, the Texans are winning this one. So at least it's not as public. At least it's not as like heavily public like that one. But yeah, man, the science tells me.
I immediately told you, I was like, bro, I'm not betting this. I was like, I'm not betting this. I got nothing on this.
Betting what?
That Jets game, that Jets Texans game.
Oh yeah. I agree with you. But like, if gun to my head, I had to bet it. I was going to take the Jets. Like, it just seems like and what you said about CJ Stroud on the road, and all these other factors.
That proved to be true. Luckily enough, Tank Dell was able to go off, but outside of that, you know what I mean. It showed that he didn't have his weapon.
And not only that, he got sacked 8 times.
He lost an offensive lineman. He lost an offensive lineman during the game.
Matters. He out for it matters, but he out for the season, so the injury bug is hitting them kind of crazy. But I like the Rams in this spot. Yeah, it's a war of attrition at this point. So the healthier the better per usual.
And like, remember when we talked about it's like, yo, it's about when you playing teams at the right time. And it's like, again, I would love for the Cowboys to win this week. I don't think that they will, but if they were to win, and then you get to play,
I know what you're doing with that.
No, bro, I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. If I thought listen, son. If I thought we had a chance, I would say like, no, we about to come in and we about to do this. We want to pull off, but bro, we don't have DBs. We don't have DBs. We don't have linemen. We don't have linebackers. Like, what? I mean, like, how do we stop
you being afraid of the Falcons, bro?
Bro, I gotta keep it real, bro. Even if I don't like what I'm saying, I cannot lie. I can't be like, we got them. No, bro. I would love for them to prove me wrong. Just like the Ezekiel Elliott thing. You asked me. You said, what if Ezekiel Elliott comes out and he has 50 yards and 2 touchdowns? I said, I'm gonna be happy as hell. I don't think he's capable of doing that, but if he does, I'm gonna be happy as hell. Anyways, nonetheless, when it comes to Houston, lucky enough, the Cowboys play them in 2 weeks, and it's like, well, we're gonna play them when they're depleted. You know what I mean? Whereas we would have probably played them a month ago, they would have had Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, full arsenal on their offensive line. We probably would have got our asses beat. And it's like now when we play them, maybe we do got Deron Bland and Trayvon Diggs back. Maybe we do have a Micah back. And maybe it's like that's a completely different game than it would be if we were to play them 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So it's all about when you play teams.
Yeah, and I think the Rams are getting the Seahawks at a good time.
Right.
And like I said, I think the Rams are just a better team, better coached, all that. So yeah, give me the Rams in this spot. No DK, biggest factor for me here. And then, like I said, past 10 years, the Seahawks are 7-12 against the Rams. As of recent, they've kind of owned them. So, that's what I got. That's my lock.
That's the lock of the week. All right. You got any parlay? I mean, any props? Any props you thinking about or anything like that?
Nah, but I think this is a good week for teasers. Like, I think the Bengals have no business being a touchdown favorite. Let me tease that to 14. You know what I mean? Let me tease the Bills down. I think they're guaranteed to win that game.
You'll tease the Raiders to 14.
Yeah, I'm gonna tease the Raiders to 14.
Plus 14.
Yeah, plus 14. What else we got on the docket? The Titans. I would what are they -3?
Titans.
Yeah, the Titans are minus.
Might be 2.5 now.
Yeah, so I would tease that the other way, and make it so like the Patriots have a better. They might win that game outright. I see an annoying trend going around about the line smashing teams and them losing the next week. Like, since when do we even look at that as a trend? Like, why is everybody? Have you seen that stat? Everybody coming with that stat right now.
Nah, but bro, I don't really watch. I do my, you know what I'm saying? I be doing my own research. I don't know what they be talking about.
Yeah, another one I would tease. Give me the Panthers plus 14. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Give me the Ravens to win by a field goal, like coming off a loss. And when it comes to the Broncos too, hey man, and it's funny. Xavier McKinney came out and said he doesn't respect how the Lions be blowing out teams. What's his name? Sean Payton was saying, hey, stop us. So, hey, this is why I feel like this is a perfect spot for the Ravens to smash them. So tease that down to like 3-2, whatever. Ravens might just smash them. Hey, make sure you stop them. You know what I mean?
Well, if you feel like that, wouldn't it be better for you to do like a Ravens like -14 to get some plus money on a smack spot?
Yeah,
if that's how you feel, you know what I'm saying? That's really how you feel.
I mean,
that's what it'll be.
That'd be great value. That'd be great.
That's
value.
what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Because it's like if you really think like, oh yeah, they about to crack them. Okay, let's put like, you know what I mean? Let's put 25 on the
that might be a separate one but for my safer teaser, I'd rather just bring them down to winning like 2-3. But yeah, if I'm trying to get like sexy with it, I'm trying to get cute. Yeah, that is something I would do for sure. Yeah. That, and I think the Bills and the Ravens blow both of these teams out. I think who else might do a blowout spot? I mean, that's about it. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, my prop that I'm gonna bless people with this one right here. Simple. Devin Echane to go over his yards again versus team. Reception yards. Basically, the way that Buffalo plays Miami, they don't want anything deep with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. So they play everything underneath, and then they come up and tackle. In a game like this, I can see him going over his receptions, and I can see him going over his receiving yard prop. They previously played Buffalo, and this was obviously a lot of this. This was a game where Tua got injured, but the game script stayed the same throughout the game when it came to him. Again, he had 7 receptions and close to like 70 yards this week. So I think that, 69 yards. So I think this is a nice little play. And I know you mentioned AJ Brown a little earlier. So I think taking him for his yards would be a nice little play too. AJ Brown, you see him right here. Basically, all they do is look for ways to get him in a one-on-one coverage with players, and they're throwing the bomb.
Just throwing it up to him.
They're throwing the bomb, and I mean, he covers it. You know what I'm saying? Even here, the line was 70, he got to 80. You know, so I just think this is another one. I kind of unfortunate earlier. I'm pretty sure, the line started at 75, which is why it kind of sucks to do some of this stuff on research on Saturday because you get the shit into the stick. But I still
depending on what side you on.
Well, yeah, depending on what side you on. But yeah, I still got faith in this one. Even at 85, that he can smack it. There's been games where he's gone well over. This is one where, again, I could see a ladder bet of 90, 100, 110, similar to what Jamar Chase did.
Yeah. This is a week. There's some weeks where I prefer the over-unders. This is a week where I'm liking a lot of these spreads. Like I think the Chargers win this one. Browns, nice little division win, come back down to earth. Chargers beat them. I like the let me check the weather report on the Packers game. But I kind of like the over in that game at 48 or 48 and a half, whatever.
Are you betting on these joints?
Yeah, I am betting on these joints.
Yeah, you ain't betting on all these plays.
Yeah,
I am. Remember them. All right, so I better see it.
I will, bro. I'm gonna show you my tickets. Shit, I'm in Texas. My homegirl put these joints in. Oh, you don't have DraftKings? Welcome to $200 of free bet. So, you only got a week to use them. So I'm going crazy this week. I like this week. Betting wise, I like.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Now you got a little bonus bet action. So you throwing it on a little bit of everything. All right.
Yeah, I'm all over the place this week. Trust.
I was like, bro, what this man? He playing on. He got something on every game.
Yeah, I like a lot, bro. I like a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Right. What any dogs you're messing with? Any dogs?
Any dog parlays? Nah, I'm not touching none of that yet. I mean, if there was, it's Seattle. I'm just gonna always bet. I'm gonna just always bet on Seattle because I just think they're undervalued. So
what about the Patriots Titans? It's good value, -3.
Yeah, I mean, I would bet the Patriots. Bet the Patriots just because I don't think that Tennessee or the Patriots deserve to be minus, double.
I'm kind of surprised at that line. I would think it's a pick 'em or at least like -1.5. What about Cardinals Bears? Arizona -1.5. They're kind of sneaking these games out. I think the reason why, like, I'm not going to put a lot of stock into that one is I'm just hating the play calling I'm seeing from the Bears. Like the play calling is just so garbage, and I respect the Cardinals coaching staff over them. But this is a game. I think the Cardinals have just been sneaking out a lot of games. They're due for, them to be favored and them losing the game. So
yeah, I mean, this is the first 2-game winning streak that they've had in like 2 years almost. So when they win a game, they lose one, and they won 2 games in a row. So they might be due for a loss.
What do you think about Sunday night? Vikings -5. Hate that 4-5 like number, but the Colts, Flacco,
I mean, we'll see. It'd be pretty ironic for Minnesota to start off 5-0 and everybody's was thinking highly of them. And again, gotta relax.
I've been hopped off the Vikings shit because it's like I have my reasons, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts snuck that one out. Same thing with the Bucks too. Chiefs are due for a loss. It might not be in the spot, but we've seen.
Where I could see an upset. I could see an upset right here. I could see Jacksonville upset in Philadelphia.
Same, which was why I wasn't even coming close to touching that game because when it comes to the Jags, when you have Trevor Lawrence And then, even though Christian Kirk's out for the year, I think Gabe Davis is playing. Brian Thomas is the alpha in that room. And, the corners for the Eagles have been playing very well. But let's see, Darius Slay out, Goddard out, Mulata on IR. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's good value, plus 275.
Yeah. So, but that's all I got.
All right, so run down your picks again. Your top three.
My top three are, let me go back to my list. Top three, Cincinnati. Cincinnati Bengals covering against the Las Vegas Raiders. This is just more on the Raiders being trash. Experts believe that Cincinnati is going to go ahead and cover this, but that's just because it's over a touchdown spread. And then I got Denver over here, plus 9.5, covering against Baltimore. And then I got the under in the Bills and Miami game right here. Under 49. Where'd it go? Right
that's a scary under to hit just because all the firepower on both those offenses.
Right. And then again, like I told you, it's just they know how to shut down Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? It's just basically based off the fact that they know how to shut down Tyreek Hill. And like even if Buffalo gets to 30, they can be smacking them 32, 35 to 10. I still cover. You know what I mean? And so it's just one of those things where the game script in my mind is that Tyreek Hill is not going to be getting off, and the Dolphins offense isn't going to be doing its thing because I think that Buffalo has their number. Like I think that they know how to shut them down. So, and that's why even like that minus 5.5, if you wanted to take it, that makes sense to me. But I'm just going to go ahead with the under, so I don't got to worry about anything and them not covering backdoor cover or anything like that.
Yeah, and speaking of, once again, my top three, I like the Bills. Like he said, I like the Bills to cover in this spot. I like the under in the Patriots-Titans game, and then I like the Rams to cover on the road against Seattle. So that's my top three. Kind of have some other picks sprinkled in there, our takes on everything. Shout out to Austin for the his own team, Voodoo. So don't be surprised if the Cowboys come out there and win that one in a high-scoring game.
Right. Don't be surprised. Don't say that I didn't tell you if we get smacked. Like I know, like bro, I got the pulse of my team in my soul, son. I have the pulse of my team in my soul, bro. Like I'm telling you, I know everything. I know.
Bro, you just geeking me with these takes with the Cowboys hat, like the stars like off to the side a little bit. It's like, nah, man, we getting smashed, man.
But yeah, like
we getting smashed.
Like, I know my football team, son. We got motherfuckers coming down from out of town for this shit, bro.
I mean, I heard Mercedes-Benz is a dope stadium. I definitely want to go there one day and check it out. And I heard the concessions was really cheap.
Yeah. They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose.
What do you mean they did that on purpose?
No, like part of they said that they wanted to be different from all the like stadium concessions that be busting motherfuckers' head, like $15 for a hot dog. So like they have like they have like a value menu or whatever.
True. Well, yeah. That's it for that though. Good luck on your bets. Like I said, this is going to be an exciting week. It's tough. We're getting into the double digits in terms of the weeks. It's like, damn, the season's about to be over already.
Man, season just getting started, bro. November, this is go time right here. We got data, we got information. We should be sharper than ever.
Sharp. Matter of fact, like and subscribe, like, love, lock. Let's lock in some money, man.
Let's get it.